Okay, for today's exit ticket, we needed to find the quotient and the remainder for 2x cubed minus x squared minus 3x minus 7, all divided by x plus 1. So the first step I'm going to take is I'm going to set this up as a division problem and rewrite my equation. 3x minus 7, and all of this has to be divided by x plus 1. So let's work through this again. The first step is I'm going to do 2x cubed how many x's, and the answer to that is 2x squared. So I put my answer to the first part up here, and then I multiply that by the whole expression there. So 2x squared times x is 2x cubed, and 2x squared times 1 is positive 2x squared. And I need to subtract these parts. The first two bits should always disappear. If they don't, you haven't done it efficiently. And then negative x squared minus 2x squared is negative 3x squared. And I'm going to now bring down the minus 3x into the expression. So my next part is to do negative 3x squared how many x's, and the answer to that is minus 3x. So I'm going to put that into my solution, minus 3x, and I'm going to then multiply that minus 3x by the whole part here. So minus 3x is minus 3x times x is minus 3x squared, and minus 3x times 1 is minus 3x. And when I do this, I subtract them. The first two parts cancel out. And in this case, the second two parts also cancel out. And this can cause a little bit of confusion. So what I recommend that people do is they actually write in the 0. Put 0x and work with the 0x so that you can keep track of all of your x's. Now you don't have to do this, but it's just my recommendation. So now let's actually keep working through this exactly like we've been doing. What's 0x? How many x's? That equals 0. So for that, I'm going to now put my 0 into the expression up the top, and I'm going to multiply that by the first part. Now 0 times x is 0x. Sorry, my kids are talking in the background. 0 times 1 is 0, and then I can do the subtraction. The first two parts cancel each other out, and then minus 7 subtract 0 is still minus 7. Now I didn't need to do that whole thing, but it kind of keeps it really neat and organised. And this is a useful strategy as well. If I had something like 2x cubed minus 3x minus 7 divided by x plus 1. Now if that's my problem, then the way I recommend that you do this is you set up your division as 2x cubed minus 0x squared minus 3x minus 7, all divided by x plus 1. So whenever I have zeros in this long division, I like to put the zeros in there to keep my workings all tracked nice and neatly and not to lose any parts, because it's easy to lose parts. So then my final answer to the problem is the quotient is 2x squared minus 3x. I don't need to write the plus 0 at this stage. And the remainder is equal to negative 7. Or I can write this as 2x squared minus 3x minus 7 over x plus 1. And there's my final problem.